The next wave of millionaires won't be developers. They won't be marketers. They won't even be the best salespeople in the room. They're going to be the people who know exactly which AI tools actually move the needle and how to package them into their business to create real efficient systems and processes. The fact is, there's not a business owner on the planet who's going to say, I'd rather spend $100,000 a year on an employee instead of $2,500 a year on tools that can work smarter and longer hours. It's a sad reality, sure, but we need to brace ourselves for this new world. Today, I'm going to walk you through the 6 AI tools that I'm using right now across our companies to generate real revenue with no code, no team, and no excuses. I'll show you how to sell each one as a service before we even move on. So let's get into it. Tool number 1, Manus AI. Most people open an AI tool, they type something in, they copy the output, and then they go do all the work themselves. They're still the ones organizing files and researching leads and managing tabs and sending emails. That's not leverage, that's just like a slightly faster version of the old way. But Manus does all of that for you. I'm talking about opening browser tabs and running deep research projects and saving and organizing files and sending outreach, the whole thing start to finish. So here's how you turn this into money. You simply go to a local business and you ask one question. How do you grow and get new customers? And then you just go to Manus and have it run a deep customer research process on their behalf, and you build them a targeted lead list and you hand them like 100, 200, 500 qualified leads every month on a retainer. So they think that you spent like 40 hours on it, but you spent 22 some odd minutes. That's the business, a monthly retainer. And Manus does the heavy lifting. You just get to pocket the fee. Tool number 2, make.com. And here's where most service operators miss it. They find a business in pain and some manual process that's driving them crazy, but they don't know how to actually fix it. So they nod and they say they'll look into it, but they never actually close the deal. Make.com fixes that. So what Make does is it connects every app that a business uses, their CRM, their email platform, their calendar, their payment system, and it makes them all talk to each other each automatically. And it's kind of like duct tape for the internet. There's no code though, there's no developer, there's no full-time operations hire. So here's the pitch. You basically walk into any business and you ask, what process in your company is most frustrating you right now? And they almost always have an answer. So you say, what if that process just ran by itself? So they say yes, pretty much every single time. And all you do is you charge them a setup fee for that first automation, and then you charge them a monthly retainer to maintain it, to optimize it, and to build the next one. So you become their AI automation person, the one that they call before they hire anybody else. And this is what business operations consultants used to charge $20,000 a month for. And you can do it now with a browser tab and a Make.com account. Tool number 3, Descript. You know, everyone's creating content. Podcasters, YouTubers, founders posting on LinkedIn, coaches recording Zoom calls. The problem is nobody wants to edit it. Descript lets you edit a video like a Word document. So you can read the transcript and you can delete the filler words and you can rearrange sections and the video changes with it. You don't even need to know what a timeline is. If you can edit a Google Doc, you can edit a video with Descript. But here's how you sell it. You basically go to anyone creating long-form content and you ask them how much time they're wasting editing. Then you tell them you'll handle all of it on a monthly volume deal. So they send you the raw footage, you send back a polished, publish-ready video every single month. And look, they know it's not their highest value activity, and they've been waiting for someone like you to take it off their plate, and that someone is you. Tool number 4, 11 Labs. And this one changes how people think about voice. 11 Labs lets you clone someone's voice and generate AI speech output that sounds almost exactly like them. The real use case that most people overlook is something like real estate agents. Look, every real estate agent has listing photos, some of them have videos, but none of them have high converted narrated tours with a compelling script layered over the top. So here's what you can do. You can write the script using AI. You can clone their voice using 11 Labs. You can produce the tour, and now their listing sounds like a professional production. Their contact info is on the internet. You can just call them directly and just tell them, look, I'll make your listing videos actually sell the property. And you can charge per listing, or maybe you get them on a retainer. But the coolest part of this model is it works in any industry where there's content that needs a voice. ads, training videos, product demos. Once you learn 11 Labs, the market is pretty much everywhere. Tool number 5, your Atlas. And this one makes local service businesses say yes before you even finish the pitch. Atlas is an AI voice agent that handles your inbound calls. It qualifies leads, it answers questions, it books appointments, it follows up, it doesn't sleep, it doesn't have a bad day, and it never quits on you on a Monday morning. So here's the thing that most people don't realize about plumbers and HVAC companies, electricians and contractors. They only make money when they're actually doing the work. So every call that they take, every time they stop mid-job to answer a question from a lead that doesn't even convert, that's money walking out the door. So you come in with something like Atlas and you give them their time back. So just simply go call 10 local service-based businesses right now and see how many of them even answer. See how many of them give a competent response. Look, the bar is on the floor and Atlas clears it every single time. And you get paid what a full-time receptionist would cost because that's exactly what you're replacing. Tool number 6, Claude. You probably expected ChatGPT, but stay with me here for a second. There's a reason why serious operators use Claude for copy, email sequences, ad creative, landing pages, YouTube scripts. Like, it writes differently. It thinks in context and it gets nuance. So when you train it, how that business actually talks to the customers, their language, their unique angle, what it produces, it doesn't sound like AI. It sounds like the best version of that business's marketing. So here's the play. You just go to a business that's running Facebook ads or sending email campaigns and you ask them, when did they last rewrite their ad copy? Ask them, when did they last update their website, their landing page? And then you just tell them, look, I'll handle it all on retainer. New ad copy every month, email sequences that convert, landing pages that actually sell. You just use Claude to produce it in a fraction of the time and you get paid like a full-time copywriter. And here's where it gets interesting. Claude now has this feature called Co-work that lets you load that content directly into the business's systems automatically. So you don't have to manually upload, you don't have to do back and forth, you can just fully deploy automatically. So what do you think a business pays per month for marketing that just runs? Whatever you're thinking, it's probably a little bit more. Look, the pattern here is simple. Most business owners are sitting on way more revenue than they realize. They're just losing it to slow follow-up and manual processes and content that never gets made and leads that fall through the cracks. These 6 tools fix that. Not someday, right now, this week. So all you do is pick the one that matches your biggest headache, install it, run it, see what happens to your output, and then you just come back to the second, do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. That's how this compounds. And if you want to know which AI skills are actually worth learning right now, the ones that are actually going to matter over the next 2 or 3 years, I made a video on exactly that. And if you click up here somewhere, I'll walk you through it. I'll see you on the other side.